Hello students, Sairam. I welcome you all to part 2 of revision of chapter number 13, Fun with Magnets. In last revision session, we have done the revision of definition of magnets. Then we studied about the magnetic and non-magnetic substances. Then we revised the poles of the magnet. In today's revision session, we are going to revise the properties of magnets. Then we will revise the topics such as compass and how compass is used for finding directions. Then we will revise precautions in handling magnets. Then we will see how to store the magnets and the uses of magnets. So let's continue with today's revision session. Let us now understand the properties of magnets in detail. The two most important properties of magnets are a freely suspended magnet always points in the north-south direction, and the second property is like magnetic poles repel each other and unlike magnetic poles attract each other. Now we will see the first property, that is a freely suspended magnet always points in the north-south direction. Children, if a bare magnet is suspended freely as shown in the figure on the screen, it will first swing for a while, then it will come to rest with one end pointing towards north pole of the earth while other end pointing towards the south pole of the earth. The end of the magnet which points towards the north direction is called as the north-seeking end of the north pole of the magnet. This end is marked with capital N letter on it. The end of the magnet which points towards the south direction is called as south-seeking end or south pole of the magnet, and this end is marked with letter capital S on the magnet. Now, before studying how to find the directions by using freely suspended magnet, we will now see what are the various directions first. As you all know, children, there are four major directions: north, south, east and west. As we know, sun always rises in the east direction. So in the morning, if you will stand facing to the sun, then we, with the both hands extended, we are facing east direction. Then our left arm will point towards the north direction, and the right arm will point towards the south direction, and our back will face the west direction. Then children, after this we studied about how to find the directions using magnets. Yeah children, as we all know that the property of freely suspended magnet to align itself always in the north-south pole of the earth is used for finding the directions at unknown places. For centuries, travelers on land and at the sea have been using this property of magnets to find directions. Later on, when artificial magnets were discovered, an instrument called compass was developed by the scientists. This instrument is used to find the direction more conveniently. In a compass, a tiny magnet is placed on a pivot which is free to rotate, just like a freely suspended pivoted magnet. As a freely suspended magnet, a freely pivoted magnet also always comes to rest along the north-south direction. The north pole of a compass needle is painted with a different color to distinguish it from the south pole. This north pole end of the magnet always shows north direction of the earth. A compass helps the people to find their ways. For example, compass is used by the sailors while at seas so as to take their ships to the right direction. Phenomenon of freely suspended or pivoted magnet to align itself in the north-south direction is because our earth also shows magnetism. The earth behaves as if a giant bar is buried as its its center. It is the force exerted by the Earth's imaginary magnet, which acts on a freely suspended or freely pivoted magnet, and always comes them to always bring that magnet to the north-south direction. This was about the first property of freely suspended bar magnet as it comes to north-south direction. Now we will see the second property of magnets, that is like poles always repel each other, and unlike magnetic poles always attract each other. If we hold two bar magnets in our both the hands and try to bring them closer to each other, then magnets will either attract each other or repel each other. This attraction or repulsion depends upon the poles of the magnet. If like poles of a magnet, like south pole of both the magnets or the north poles of both the magnets are brought closer, they will repel each other. And if unlike poles of both the magnets, that is north pole of one magnet and south pole of other magnet, are brought closer, they will attract each other. Now children, after this we studied about how to make our own magnet. There are many ways to make our own magnet. The easiest way of making our own magnet is by stroking method. If we will stroke iron bar with one pole of the bar magnet repeatedly in the same direction as shown in the image, then iron bar becomes a magnet. We can turn any iron or steel object into magnet by stroking method. This method is also known as single touch method. For example, we can even convert an iron nail or a sewing needle or a razor blade into a magnet by this stroking method or single touch method. Magnets can also be made by using electricity. The magnet made by using electricity are called as electromagnets. Electromagnets are very useful because their magnetism can be switched on or off as per our desire. Then now we will study about this electromagnetism in detail in our higher classes. Now next children, we will revise the precautions in handling magnets. As I told you, magnets lose their magnetic property or property of magnetism if they are heated strongly or hit by the hammer or dropped from the height. Hence, following precautions need to be taken to protect magnets from the damage and to retain its magnetic properties. First, we should never heat a magnet over a burner. Then second, we should never hit a magnet with a hammer, and third, we should never drop a magnet on the floor from the great height. And the fourth precaution we should take is we should store magnets properly when they are not in use. Magnets tend to lose their magnetism gradually and become weak over a period of time if they are not stored properly. To prevent the loss of magnetisms or to prevent the demagnetization, the magnets should be stored properly when they are not in use. Two bar magnets are stored in space between them is separated by a piece of wood with their unlike poles on the same side, and the bars of soft iron or iron keepers are kept across their ends. Horseshoe magnet or U-shaped magnets are also stored properly just by keeping a bar of soft iron or iron keepers across their ends. Since horseshoe magnet has both its pole on the same side, so it requires only one soft iron bar or only one magnetic keeper for its proper storage. Then we studied about the different uses of magnets. Magnets are used for a large number of purposes. Some of the important uses of magnets are as follows. Magnets are used to hold objects like stickers, refrigerator doors, pencil box lids, pins, etc. Magnets are used to separate discarded iron and steel objects from the other waste. Non-magnetic materials. Magnets are used to make compass, and magnets are also used in telephones, hair dryers, mixer and grinders, fans, washing machines, television sets, tape recorders, electric motors, electric generators, and various types of toys. Children, I hope all of you understood this chapter number 13, Fun with Magnets, very well. Students, here I am ending this chapter number 13, Fun with Magnets. Goodbye, children.